Edge at 11 starts now.
Breaking news tonight, a teenager who vanished in Detroit earlier this week is found. 14-year-old Lawrence Trowell is alive and safe. His disappearance sparking a search and a reward. Again, Lawrence Trowell is found and he is safe. Now to an update on a story we told you about right here on The Edge that's now making national headlines. Gas Station Heroin, a powerful opioid-like drug that's stronger than morphine, highly addictive, and legally sold at gas stations and smoke shops. Now there's a new push to ban it nationwide. And tonight we're hearing from a Metro Detroit family whose son overdosed on 7 hydroxy pills.
I just don't wish it on nobody. This is the hardest thing I could ever imagine.
This month, it'll be 2 years since Jose found his son Carlos dead. The names have been altered in this story due to a pending lawsuit.
I just started yelling, shaking him and stuff, and then I rolled him over, and then, well, I checked his pulse and stuff like that, but he was already starting to stiffen up.
On Carlos's death certificate, the cause of death, mitragynine intoxication. It's the psychoactive compound in the kratom plant, which is where 7 hydroxy pills come from.
You are going to a smoke shop and you're buying heroin.
When I tell you this had me slumped.
We first told you about 7 hydroxy or gas station heroin last June. It's stronger than morphine, highly addictive, mimicking the effects of heroin, and it's sold at smoke shops and gas stations. The packaging almost always includes the word kratom on it. Kratom is a tree from Southeast Asia. 7 hydroxy is a derivative, but significantly more potent.
I did not know what kratom was. If I would have known, we might be talking a different story.
7 hydroxy is banned in about a dozen states, but not in Michigan. This week, a big step in the fight against it. Health officials in Washington pushing for a nationwide ban. Now the DEA will formally review the recommendation and make a decision on a ban.
I really didn't know he had a full-blown problem. He changed, in 6 months.
Jose and his family are suing several manufacturers of the 7 hydroxy pills they say killed their son. He warns just because it's legal does not mean it's safe.
Do not kid yourself. It is dangerous, and it will affect you one way or another.
The potential ban wouldn't affect products that include the kratom leaf, which is widely used and significantly less potent than those 7 hydroxy pills. A police chase and crash in Livonia shutting down 5 Mile and Merriman. It happened around 7 tonight. A very active scene as police and fire crews investigate. The road now back open. We're working to learn more on what led to the crash. Stay with us for updates. And now to an update on a drive-by we told you about last night where a boy and girl were shot while sleeping on Detroit's east side. Police releasing new video tonight of the suspected vehicles involved. You can see the 2 stolen trucks skirt off and speed down off Arcola near Van Dyke. This happened around 6 yesterday morning. Officers say they recovered one of those trucks, but they're still looking for the black 2021 Dodge Ram. If you happen to see it, please call Detroit Police. Disturbing new details on a shooting outside of a Sterling Heights senior home. A Detroit man is accused of pulling a handgun on his own wife and pistol whipping her. Deshaun Flood is now facing charges. He was allegedly waiting for his wife to show up to work at the Pomeroy Senior Living Facility on Tuesday. Investigators say he then walked up to her while reaching for his gun, and she tried to take cover in a coworker's car, but he blocked her off, shot her several times, and pistol whipped her when she tried to run away. He was then arrested while she was rushed to the hospital. She is expected to recover.
It's an extreme tragedy, but I can tell you this, that whole family supports this young man.
A Detroit man accused of playing with guns and shooting his 13-year-old sister won't be able to go to her funeral because he's on house arrest. 23-year-old Javion McKinney is facing multiple charges, including involuntary manslaughter, after his sister died Tuesday at the Ridgeline Apartments in Canton. Police and a lawyer representing the family believe it was all an accident.
They are here, they're supporting him. They love the daughter. That's not to say that there is no love for this 13-year-old. It is an extreme tragedy. And the mother told me that they were best friends. So it was not something that was purposely done. And I think the charges represent that.
Two people who leased the home where the suspect lives say they didn't have any guns, but they do have a collection of swords and knives, which the judge ordered them to hand over.
I've been in criminal law for nearly 30 years, and it's one of the most disturbing cases that I have ever had an opportunity to either sit as a jurist or as an attorney.
Up where I left off. A judge ripping into the Detroit man who lured a woman to his home with a job offer only to turn her into his sex slave. Andrew Payne was sentenced today to several decades in prison for kidnapping and raping a college acquaintance. The defense tried to pass it off that the encounter was mutual. During final statements, the defense attorney said it was significant that the victim testified she talked to Payne about role play, but that didn't mean much to the judge.
Mr. Payne, your conduct, your behavior, your deceit on that day and those 2 days and one morning was the kind of things that makes grandmothers clutch their pearls, grandpas grab their granddaughters and hold them tight, not wanting the world to bruise them.
She explained what her understanding of role play was, and I think it's from my I guess professional, personal perspective, if I can say it that way, it's a very, very interesting case. One of I'll leave that part right there. It's a very, very interesting case.
When Payne had a chance to give a statement, he tried to bring up issues he had with how his lawyer handled the case, but the judge quickly shot him down. The victim was in court, but decided not to speak. A Westland man is accused of threatening a Macomb County judge, her family, and the city of Warren. He allegedly sent emails including phrases like die, 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 and all dead, mass killed. 52-year-old Jason Tolanen is now facing felony charges that could land him in prison for up to 12 years if convicted. Prosecutors say he sent the emails to the judge back in January. He'll be back in court in a couple of weeks. Now to one of the top stories of the day. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting officially shut down after Congress yanked away federal funding. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin talks to one local leader on what's next.
We've done a series of layoffs, eliminated over 10 jobs. It's killing us to think you're going to have to make any changes. But that's what we need to do to stay strong.
That's Rich Homburg, president and CEO of Detroit PBS, on even more hits underway now that the Corporation for Public Broadcasting said it's closing up shop after Congress yanked its funding at the encouragement of President Trump. CBP is a pipeline for federal money that goes to PBS and NPR. Trump and his Republican allies in Congress say it's a waste of taxpayer dollars due to what they call biased news coverage. Michigan Public Radio, based in Ann Arbor, has been running a massive fundraising campaign to offset the federal cuts for the same reason, but they vow to press on, just like Detroit PBS.
Especially in the last month, Detroiters have stepped up magnificently for the station. Our funding, our membership numbers are about 50% higher coming out of July, in the month of July, than they were a year ago.
Recently, Michigan Public says they still have a $500,000 budget hole that they have to fill. They're relying on listeners to step up there. Meantime, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting says it's the first time in its 60-year history Congress has refused to fund it. We'll keep you updated on any next moves that are made. In Ann Arbor, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
We are looking at temperatures as we head through the next couple of days to remain at or just slightly below the seasonal high today. We were just below it, but it felt so fantastic outside. Our dew point readings were low, so it made 77 feel great. Our average is at 83, so that number is even going down. And unfortunately, as we move forward through the rest of the month of August, which today's August 1st, we will continue to see our average high continue to go down. I think when we wrap up the month, our temp will be in the upper 70s on average for this time of year. Temperatures right now are in the 60s. We have mainly clear skies. Dew point readings are low, so it feels really nice outside too. Our current sky tracker isn't tracking much, and the good news about this is we're probably not going to be seeing much on sky tracker over the next couple of days. That does include even potentially potentially into early next week. Our numbers for the rest of this evening will be falling through the 60s. Eventually, we should bottom out in the upper 50s. So very similar feel to this morning is how we'll wake up early Saturday morning. So nice, cool, refreshing feel to your morning. Now, we do have one caveat to our forecast over the next day or two, and that's the air quality. We have an air quality alert because of some of the Canadian wildfire smoke, but also because some of the smoke from out west as well. So it's just not all from Canada. We are dealing with a little bit of some western smoke too from some of the wildfires we're seeing out west. Additional smoke filling in through the day on Saturday, potentially even through the day on Sunday too. So they might extend that into Sunday as well. 80 degrees tomorrow, more smoke, but we do see some sunshine mixing in from time to time. We start the weekend off on a slightly below average note, then we're right back to where we should be for this time of year Sunday, but both nice days back to back, and that's due to the low dew point readings. And we'll see that take us through not only through this weekend, but at least through the first couple of days of next week. You notice by Tuesday and then eventually by Wednesday, we should start to see those dew point readings go up alongside our temperatures too. Now with that, we could potentially be looking at shower chances increasing, but that chance is so isolated taking us through Wednesday and Thursday that none of it's really a slam dunk, and not everyone is going to pick up on that rain chance if we do see it. Now as we head through next week, the next 8 to 14 days do look to be above average. You'll see that here in the extended forecast. Most will be in the mid 80s as we look towards Wednesday into Thursday. Next chance of rain possibly Wednesday, Thursday, and then by Friday, we're dry for at least right now with daytime highs in the mid 80s.